So we learned in the Gemara in Hanukkah that all the oil in the Beit HaMikdash was tamei, couldn't be used. How did that happen? Why was that? Did that happen by chance? What do you think? But how did they make sure to get what? It was by chance that every single jug of oil became tamei? There's a lot of. I assume they had a lot of oil. Yeah. Very meticulous people, but it seems that they specifically and purposefully went and made sure all the oil was tamei. No. Well, we were out of the Beis Hamikdash. We were thrown out. They took it over. We were out, and then they went bedavka pimu kol hashmanim. They went and made all the shemen tamei. Why? What was the purpose of that? There's a famous medrash that says that they told Klal Yisrael, write right on the horns of an animal. You have no connection to Klal Yisrael. They made the Jews write that. Why did they make the Jews write that? Anyone knows Jewish history over here? Jewish history is a very important topic, because then you know where you're coming from, right? You think, I don't know, Beis Hamikdash was, 12,000 years ago, and Gemara was 4,000 years something. Some Sefer, Baruch Ber, whatever, the Baal Shem Tov, Rabbi Kron, whatever, all mixed up, when it happened. If you actually know Jewish history, it gives you a sense of where you come from. But at the point of the Hanukkah was at the end, it was in the middle of Bayis Sheni, the second Beis Hamikdash, which was not, the whole period of the second Beis Hamikdash was not a glorious time for Klal Yisrael. Really, in the period of Jewish history has very few glorious periods. And what was the most glorious period of Jewish history? Yes, very good. That was really a short period of Jewish history when we were at peace and controlled our country and were serving Hashem as a group fully, was by David and Shalom HaMelech. That was it, really. And then it's been downhill since then, till eventually Mashiach will come. But at that point, Jewish history, the Nevi'im, towards the end of Bayis Rishon, the Nevi'im were no more. And therefore, the Jews were not doing what they were supposed to do. And therefore, the Greeks said, we're going to specifically do things to instigate God against you. And look, God will not protect you. We're going to put Avodah Zarah in the Beis Hamikdash. And God's not going to do anything. We're going to take the shemen of the menorah, and which is symbolized the Torah, which is our eternal life, and God's not going to do anything. You're going to write on specifically, I don't have a connection to Klal Yisrael. I don't have a connection to God, and God is not going to help you. So the Rebbeinu Shem said, you know what? I will save you. Meaning the Yevanim went metafko matam lahechel, and then the Rebbeinu Shem said that even though you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? Everyone here is perfect, of course, right? And we're all doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. But we all sometimes don't do what we're supposed to do, and nevertheless, the Rebbeinu Shalom is here for us, and we're internally attached to the Rebbeinu Shalom. There's a sefer called Megillas Tainus. Anybody knows what Megillas Tainus is?
Yeah, holidays.
Holidays, very good. The guy's on the ball over there. Holidays. So not only holidays. It's the first actually recorded record of Torah Shebiksav, Torah Shebal Peh written down. I'm sorry. It was written in the time of the second Beis Hamikdash. It was a record of all the tragedies and salvations in that period of Jewish history. And it's called Megillas Tainus because every day of salvation it's usher to fast, and every day of tragedy we fasted. And it's a long list of Jewish history, and it's not so fun, as most of Jewish history isn't. And then the Gemara Shoshana says the halachas of Megillas Tainus were batal. There are only two that still stand. What two halachas of Megillas Tainus still stand? I'm on the ball again. Purim and Chanukah. So continue. Let's see. Maybe take me over a minute. Why? Okay. Why Purim and Chanukah? The answer is because Purim and Chanukah were both a first in Jewish history. The Purim was the first time the Jews were attacked physically as a nation to be killed. And Hanukkah was the first time the Jews were attacked spiritually to take away our connection to Rebbeinu Shalom. Both of them were first in Jewish history. And therefore they weren't bata because they were symbolic of every other event, also Megillas Taanis. Meaning we picked one or two, we had too many, it becomes meaningless. Therefore Hashem said, I'll take two, make those events symbolic of not just those events, but all the times previously and in the future when Klal Yisrael will be saved. So what's our message of Hanukkah? What are we supposed to feel on Hanukkah? What's the feeling a person has on Hanukkah? Besides, stomachache from all the donuts. What's the feeling on Hanukkah? Huh? Connection. Every Yom Tov's connection. Miracle. Most Yom Tov miracles too. What's the feeling of a miracle? Feel. It's a word. What are you supposed to feel? Breya, what do you say? You're thinking. At least you're thinking. Okay.
You can never see if someone like that.
Shabbos, what do you say? You thinking? Not Shabbos. Keller. What's the feeling that's supposed to... Every Yom Tov has a special connection, as you said, to Rebbeinu Shalom. But every Yom Tov has a specific way of connecting to Hashem. What's the feeling of Hanukkah? So there's a halacha in Hanukkah that we don't find anywhere else in any mitzvah in the Torah. It's actually 4 ideas in Hanukkah. In Hilchos Hanukkah, you don't find it anywhere else in the Torah. We'll say one for now that stands out, which is Pesumei Nisa. There's no other mitzvah that we do specifically in public. There's not one other mitzvah that we do specifically so other people should see. Why is that? Bray's thinking again. Okay. Thinking is good. So 2 questions we asked. Why? What's the specific feeling and connection of Hanukkah? And why do we have this mitzvah Pesumei Nisa? And the answer is that at that period of Jewish history, the Goyim were trying to show the Jews that God had forsaken them. And what Hashem showed us was that showed us that there will always be the spiritual preservation of Klal Yisrael in the Golus. The Jewish nation will always survive spiritually because we keep the Torah. And therefore the Rebbeinu Shalom made a public sort of retort to the Yevanim. The Yevanim tried to say we were forsaken. Hashem said, you know what, even though when it looks terrible, and really when we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, nevertheless you're not forsaken, you're always connected to Hashem. And Rebbeinu Shalom will not forsake you because you keep the Torah. So the feeling of Hanukkah is a feeling of pride and praising of Hashem, that we still have the opportunity to serve Hashem spiritually. There's probably no greater nes nigla in world history than the survival of the Jewish nation. There's no one here in this room whose ancestors didn't literally give their lives up, that each one of you should be able to continue the legacy of Hanukkah and serve Hashem. I don't think there's one person in this room who doesn't have ancestors who literally gave up their lives. So then sometimes we don't take our own action so seriously in serving Hashem. But we should recognize the opportunity that we have, how much was given up by so many people before us. So each one of you should have this great opportunity to live a life of eternity instead of a life of a cow. What happens when a cow dies? Hamburgers. Cholent, right, if he's lucky, right? But a Yid has the ability to turn his life into nitzchis, and that's only because Hashem showed us then the eternal connection because of our spiritual connection to Rebbeinu Shalom. So the feeling of Hanukkah should be a feeling of gratitude and pride that we still have the opportunity to serve the Rebbeinu Shalom. Because that opportunity is an opportunity to either live a life of hamburgers or a life of nitzchias. Some people also end up not even as hamburgers, just nothing. It's over. Worse than hamburgers, right? And a cow could even end up as cholent. And a Yid could end up in nitzchias, which means you live for eternity, eternal connection to Rebbeinu Shalom. That's the pride of Hanukkah. The Goyim are trying to tell us we're gone, we're done. So we make a public display and say, just like Hashem made a public display to the world and to us, that He will never forsake us even when we are not doing exactly what we're doing, so too, the Rebbeinu Shalom, therefore we respond to that with a public declaration of our allegiance to Rebbeinu Shalom to show our pride of connection to Rebbeinu Shalom. There is an idea also of happiness, like you said. There's an idea I realized this year. Why do you feel so festive when you drive? Hanukkah is a festive mood. Festival of lights. I mean, any other Yom Tov we call a festival? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know English language, but festival of lights. I mean, I could be from the guy, but either way, what's so festive about Hanukkah? You with the light in the back. What's so festive about Hanukkah? Lights. That's why you have a lighter. Can't get away from Hanukkah over there, right? So what's one of the things that makes us happy is that when we drive down the street and we see not just that we're doing it, but that we're joined by everyone else on the block, everyone else in the city doing the same thing. That gives us a feeling of the family of Klal Yisrael, the eternal connection of the family of Klal Yisrael. Every other Yom Tov, each person does their thing privately. Hanukkah, it's a big party. We all in the party together, and that's to reiterate the Zeis Hanukkah, the feeling we should come out of Hanukkah, we should work on Hanukkah, is the eternal appreciation and thanks to Rebbeinu Shalom that we have the opportunity to live a life of nitzkis, to live this wonderful life, to be in this wonderful yeshiva, to be with the wonderful rabbeim that you have, who give everything. I'm a Rebbe too, so I can say this: you give up everything when you're Rebbe. You have no life. Everything is just it's a 24-hour job. You barely sleep, right? I should tell that. You should tell that to me. Right, you say, you have the opportunity to be in a place where you're cared for, and most importantly, the feeling of the cared for, the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's why He put you here. Should all have a wonderful Hanukkah, and that feeling should be internalized, feeling of gratitude and happiness that we are Avdei Hashem.